On Friday, May 23, 2014, Elliot Rodger killed 7 people after leaving behind a collection of videos and a 140-page manifesto explaining that he was going to exact his revenge on women who would not sleep with him. This horrendous act and reasoning was scary for many women because he didn't sound like a completely deranged lunatic. He sounded like a lot of men who harass women on a regular basis. This was expressed in spectacular fashion on the Yes All Women hashtag on Twitter. The only thing more amazing than the truth and honesty that was expressed on this hashtag was the extreme efforts that some have taken to explain how this had nothing to do with women at all.
Can I just add real quickly that there were 4 men killed here.
Absolutely.
And 2 women.
That's right.
And the issue, is not about women, and I think that it's kind of insulting for women to go on Twitter and talk about how them getting hit on at the bar is equal to getting shot in the street, because it's not.
Because that's what the women were saying? Y'all do realize that women were giving examples of actual assault and the thought process that Rodger had and expressed in a very clear way, and they were explaining how this is something they deal with regularly. Can they predict when some idiot is going to come stab, shoot, assault, or kill them? Men say the nonsense that Rodger said all too often. The mentality and the culture we have here in America is one that is dangerous and toxic for women. Simply walking to the store can be a gauntlet for most women. Men harassing them for attention, and if not given in the manner in which the man wants it, then the men will call them bitches and hoes and even threaten them. But it's wrong for women to speak on this? Are you shitting me? And the men's right advocates who have attempted to make the argument that this had nothing to do with women, I have a question for you. Are you f***ing stupid? I'm actually genuinely asking, of all the things to argue about, you're attempting to argue misogyny had nothing to do with this? This? If this isn't misogyny, then what the f*** is? If saying you want to exact revenge on those sluts because they rejected you and wouldn't sleep with you and you deserved it because you were such a nice guy isn't misogyny, then how the hell do y'all define it? And this gets worse. So asshat extraordinaire Glenn Beck, who is known for being an asshat, decided he wanted to challenge the Obama administration on their commentary and actions that they're doing around campus rape. Beck, on his Blaze network, thought that this segment would be a great thing to produce and then re-release after the UC Santa Barbara shootings.
Great piece for us tonight.
Yeah.
So one of the statistics they used with this killer was that nearly 1 in 5 American women report being raped at some time. Completely untrue statistic. And Stu absolutely tears it apart because, they inflate all these assault numbers in cases like this, and what a disservice. So you got to see it.
The White House gets its 1 in 5 number from 2 studies. This campus sexual assault study, conducted for the Justice Department, found that 19% of women reported experiencing completed or attempted sexual assault since entering college. First of all, this study is not representative of all colleges, but of only 2. It was an online survey that the authors themselves admitted had low response rates. The majority of those assaulted were drunk or high when the incident took place. However, 62% of these victims did not consider the incident to be rape. What's going on here is that the president is saying these women were raped, and these women are saying they weren't. Who do you believe?
I'm having a hard time feeling my left arm, and I taste pennies. And I kicked my penny eating addiction years ago.
The White House looked at was the 2010 National Intimate Partner and Sexual Violence Survey. The study states that 18% of women in the United States have been raped at some time in their lives. But how do they figure out if someone's been raped? I think I would ask, have you been raped? That's how I do it. But this is how the study did it. They asked questions like, when you were drunk, high, drugged, or passed out and unable to consent, how many people ever had sex with you? It's incoherent wording like that that makes this confusing. Newsflash, I hate to say it, but it is possible to have consensual sex while drunk or high. If you eliminate sex while drunk or high, you eliminate about half the sex in the entire United States.
But you can't say...
To illustrate this point, I'll bring in rape expert Jeff Fisher. Here are some questions that the study actually used to determine whether a woman was raped. Jeffy, please act these out.
You should have sex with me. I'm going to be on the cover of the Abercrombie & Fitch catalog this month.
Okay.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Stop! That's rape. Pressuring someone to have sex with you by telling them lies is the same as rape.
You should have sex with me. I will always love you, and I will never look at another, ever.
Okay.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Hold on! That's rape! Making promises about the future you know are untrue to get sex is the same.
No.
That's frowny-faced rape.
Y'all know that the study literally asked whether or not you had the capability to consent, right? Y'all realize that a lot of folks don't even know what rape means? Some men will actually say they've never committed rape, but if you ask the question differently and not say rape, but just say forced or without consent, all of a sudden there are a bunch of dudes who will actually say yes, they've done that. There are women out here, because of how our society discusses rape, don't even know that they've been raped. They don't know that if they didn't want to have sex and was intoxicated and sex happened anyway, that's rape. They blame themselves for being drunk or high. They blame themselves for being in that situation as opposed to blaming the old dude who raped them. Some women don't even know that they've been raped because at first they said no, but then they realized they couldn't stop the man, so they gave in, and so now they think that that's not rape anymore because they eventually just let it happen. So this whole thing about they don't think they're raped, so how are we gonna tell them that they're raped thing is ridiculous, okay? It's idiotic. There are black folks out here right now who say they've never experienced racism, but actually have on various systemic and micro levels. Just because you don't know something bad has happened to you doesn't mean it didn't happen. Glenn Beck is an asshole. We knew that. But this isn't just being an asshole. This is dangerous. This is perpetuating bull in a manner that can't be overstated. And men, we have to say something, because when we don't, we now then become participants in this horrendous action against women across our nation. Seriously, step the up.